Alright, this tutorial is about making shapes using the Pathfinder tool into specific logos. As you can see, we have the Pepsi logo, the Target logo, and the Apple logo, which are all constructed from basic shapes. So this one doesn't take very long once you learn how to use the Pathfinder tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this file here, which is our starter file. You're given this file, and in this file you'll find that you have layers pre-named and pre-labeled. Okay, so we can lock and unlock these. A good thing to do is to show and hide to find out what's on each level, each layer. We're going to start with the logo 1 layer, so we have to unlock it. And if we don't lock it, when we try to grab stuff, we're going to get this little pencil with a line through it. It says we can't edit. So check the lock, and now we can edit. We're going to start by, let's zoom up so we can see better. And what we'll do is we're going to take, let's zoom this up a bit more, back, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this starting line and we're going to Alt drag it down. So Alt Shift drag is going to make a copy, and now we have what's going to cut out the middle of the shape for us. So it's kind of like a cookie cutter. We have to first make the cookie cutter complete and continuous all the way around. So by doing the selection of these 2 points here at the end and clicking on this button here, which is Connect Selected Anchor Points, same thing over here. Now we have a cookie cutter. So if you've ever, oops, wrong button. Let's use that one. There we go. So using these buttons, we're going to use this as our cookie cutter and this is our dough, like we're making cookies. Okay, so we're going to cut this out using, in the Pathfinder tool, Window, Pathfinder, and here we're going to use minus front. So now we have one shape. Now the Layers panel suggests to us that this is actually a group. So we can do two things. We can either double click to get inside the group and edit the individual pieces, or we can get back outside, select the thing, and ungroup it here. Either way is acceptable. Now if I choose this, I want to set this to be red, and the bottom part's going to be blue. We're also going to get rid of the stroke around the edge of the shapes. Okay, so to do that we can do it all at once. So select this, open up your choice down here for the stroke color and choose none, and there's that piece. Then you're going to lock this, compress it, and we're going to slide over here to our next shape. Okay, this one is going to be our Target logo, so we're going to select all the pieces. First we have to unlock it, and using the Align panel, we're going to align to Selection, not to Artboard. If we align to Artboard, it's going to move to the middle of the Artboard. And we're going to align to the Selection. So vertically aligned centers and horizontally aligned centers. Now we have a target looking icon, and there are 3 shapes here. We're going to select the outside 2, the 2 biggest ones, and use them like a punch on each other to minus front, and now we have the shape of the logo. We'll select these both, set them both to red, and again we're going to use this point here to remove the stroke around the edge. Then we can lock that one up. Let's slide over here. This is our last one, and we're going to use this to create an apple logo. So unlock the layer. Oops, I hit it. Unlock, there we go. Okay, so we'll take these 2 pieces and we're going to use join this time. Join is this right here. We'll choose these 2 and we're going to join them, or unite is what the option says. We'll take these 2 pieces and we're going to align them to vertical centers. Alright, now we need to make them overlap so we can make an apple by doing this. Select, unite, and now we have some points. We want to get rid of these indents because they take away the appleness of the shape. So here we're going to use the direct selection tool, select those points, and so those 2 points selected, or there might be 4, I'm not sure, but selecting all those points that create that crease, we're going to use this button here, which is Remove Selected Anchor Points. So now it's starting to look more like an apple. Now we still want to have a less drastic punch in the middle there with that angle, so we'll select both of those points, or one at a time, doesn't matter, and we're going to choose this point here, which is Convert Selected Anchor Points to Smooth, and that gives it a much more natural and pleasing shape. We'll take this and hold down Shift and arrow left once, Shift and arrow right once. Now I've got a real aptly looking shape. Using the selection tool, I'm going to select these two shapes here, and I'm going to use intersect. Now the intersection between these two is going to give me that little leaf shape like this, and I can size that up if I want to. I'm not sure how big it is in proportion to the logo in the Apple logo. Finally, take this piece here, overlap, and by selecting both of them like this, I can now use minus front. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is just for fun is I'm going to use my gradient menu, and I'm going to set this to a linear white to black gradient, and I'm going to get rid of my stroke around the edge like this. And now I've got that shape figured out. You can toy with this a little bit if you want to work with your gradients a bit more by sliding this leftwards, and that way you've got more of a gradient and you lose this edge less on the outside. Okay, so that's how we do these logos. And again, we wind up with something like these logos here. That's it. So the Pathfinder tool, the selection tool, the direct selection tool, a few other buttons, and we're good to go. Have fun.